Just preparing. And now we are. Here we are. Hello. We're a little late, but we're here, but we're right on time. It is the One and Only Spotlight and Recap Show here on JLJ Media, folks. I'm the JLJ of JLJ Media, and you know this lovely lady above me or below me or next to me, how it shoots these things, Miss Tami Govea.
Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you see this.
Wherever
it's morning right now.
For us, it's morning.
Yes.
Wherever you people are, thanks for joining us. Please hit that like button, subscribe, comment. You guys are doing it. Thank you so much. Oh, you got okay. Somebody's in the chat room. You got make sure I'm checking the chat room. Make sure it's decent. It is.
Hi, Kirsten. Hi, Cherie.
Okay, good. You guys are coming in. Good. So, hello, everybody. Yes, we're just running a little late here, but we're here and we're happy to talk about Y&R. We're going to do some, on this show, Tammy's newer to the show. On this show, I changed things up a little bit. And we're not going to do a strict recap, but we're going to recap what happened. I'm going to ask Tami and you guys out there about certain storylines that did happen this week also, in general, because there's a lot of chatter right now. So Twitter, message boards about some of these stories. Like, seriously, so chatter right now about a lot of these storylines. There are a lot of fans who are not happy. I want to thank everybody first for 30,000 views of the Chiraya interview.
Seriously, you guys are on crack, man. I am so, I just adore these people.
Yeah.
I just adore them because I don't think anyone, James, really understands how much the support means. I'm a guy getting emotional, for you and for. It just means a lot, you guys. So thank you. It's amazing. I love hearing that.
I know. Shit. No, it is. No, it does. No, seriously, my little network turns a year old on June 9th. A little network that could. And it does show, they got me all crying. You guys, it does show that something that we do means something to you, that you can enjoy it over and over again. And you find it close. And you guys are still commenting on it. New people are watching it. And I'm telling you, I know that Cameron's going through a tough time right now with her family. I know she supports it. I know Kate enjoys it also. We're very happy. We do these shows for you guys. We do them for ourselves and for you guys. And it's a lot of work. And, to watch 5 episodes a week and put it together, make it sound like decent, get guests for you. Thank you to Matt Kane and Y&R, my buddy. We really do. I work very hard. I try to bring stuff to you guys very much. So the 30,000 and counting. And not just that, the other shows. I mean, they're regularly in my top 10 of my shows. You guys are watching all of our recaps. And you're going back there and you're watching all the interviews. The Melly Thomas Scott one, I think it's almost at 7,000. Like, you guys are really watching these interviews. And we enjoy doing them. We the Courtney Hope one. I mean, they're all doing well for us. And again, we're talking to a vacuum if you guys are we talking to Tami every week. And shout out to Amanda, who's having a fun day today, actually.
Oh my God. I'm like so excited.
I can't even picture. So we'll let her explain when she comes back. Yeah. I can't even picture what's going on.
Yeah, it's all good news. It's all good, you guys. She'll be back.
She'll be back. It's all good stuff. I'm just like, I'm good. That's you go, girl, I guess. And also I want to mention to you guys, I'm interviewing the one and only, my buddy, Mr. Eric Braden, live from the set this Wednesday, April 14th at 1 p.m.
Shut the front door. I didn't know you were going on set. Are you going there?
No, I'm not going. It's going to be done.
He's going to be on set, though.
He's going to be on set. I know. That's what they tell. I'm like, crazy. So,
anytime you can get that vibe of being on set, like, it's gold.
I know. I wanted to go so bad.
For the fans, it's just like so cool.
I know. So Eric Braden and Eric and I will be our third interview. He's been really kind to me over the years, and he won another one-on-one. He turned 80 years old this month, and I know. He looks.
No.
Yes. No, I know.
It's so hot.
I know.
Stand it.
His body's better than mine. I'm like, his
hair. I just want to run my fingers every time I see his hair. It's just like, oh my God, your hair. Holy moly. He's doing several things right. My God.
several things. And he's celebrating 41 years on Young and the Restless. And he said also, plus with being on CBS with Gunsmoke and other things, it's like his whole career. So being CBS has been home to him. So he and I are gonna talk. He's always open with me and honest. We talk about everything. This is an interview that was cut short last year. We were supposed to do an interview 3 days later. COVID shut everything down. So I'm gonna pick it up from there, and we're gonna have a talk. And yes, Eric only wants to talk to me. He's always like, just you, James, just you and me. We talk, and so man to man, we'll have a good time. So that's on Wednesday, on the 14th. And yes, Olivia Lane Lind has left the show as Faith. We're going to start with that storyline.
Yeah, let's start with that. But
she's left. Well, I'll tell you, she has another job. She's co-starring with her mom, who's an actress, on Sci-Fi Channel's Chucky. Yes, that Chucky, the series. So I want to talk about that storyline. I'm sad she's gone. Do you think they're going to recast?
So that's the question, folks in the chat room. And by the way, Kirsten, thank you for hitting the like button. You know, everyone in the chat, please be sure and hit that like button.
Yes. Hi, Rodelli.
Hi, Rodelli. This is always so hard when someone leaves the show.
Yes.
Especially if we love the character.
And the actress.
And the actress. So while I don't want her to leave because we love her so much, she's amazing. And I love seeing them succeed outside of daytime as well. I love the character. So I'm going to say, I hope they recast.
Me too. I think that
because I love the character and the storylines and the narrative around that character, like the relationship between Nikki. You know, I just love that relationship so much. I don't want to see it end.
I agree with you completely. I think there's so much to mine from her. She's a legacy character related to everybody, basically. And there's so much, and they set up so much with Moses coming back, and we'll talk about that also a little later.
Cute.
He's a little cutie. And I got something to say about that, folks. We're going to talk about that in a second. But I think, they recast her already. The new Faith is Raylan Caster. See, I know the fans will tell us what's going on.
I want to look her up. I'm going to look her up.
You're going to look her up. Okay, thank you, guys. Hi, Kimmy.
Raylan Caster. Awesome name.
I hadn't read that. I was busy this weekend playing outside, so I didn't see that she got recast. Oh, good. They recasted her. So good. So they're going to, that's good. That means they're going to literally.
Ooh. Wow. Can you see?
Oh, okay. Go on, folks. Oh, she's cute. Okay.
Boards.
We'll give her a chance. We'll give her a chance, folks. Everybody at home, we'll give her a chance.
I wonder if they'll make her blonde.
Yeah, I wonder if they do it because people. Michelle Stafford isn't a redhead. She has to dye her hair red. So she always says, about that. You Fake the debuts tomorrow. Thank you guys. Thanks for letting us know that. So that's good. We'll watch tomorrow. We'll see how she does. But I think that character needs to stay on canvas because it's hi George Blackman. We need to keep her on canvas because again, they set up so many good story possibilities with her and all the relationships. She knocked out of the park this last week. Last 2 weeks, she knocked out of the park. I mean, Emmy-worthy scenes, definitely, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely with some stuff. So,
yeah.
But I'm gonna miss her because she was we watched her grow up.
I know.
It's just kind of sad to see, but I just think she has a bright future in front of her. She can always come back.
Absolutely. And she probably will.
Yeah, a lot of them do. They come back.
A lot of them do.
It's fun. I mean, I thought that storyline was pretty good for a teen. It wasn't just a strict teen storyline. It was a teen storyline in there, but also had to do the larger picture with family, addiction issues, self-esteem issues. But her and that Moses, there was like that little connection there. It was so cute. I was like, okay, teen romance.
Seriously, when he smiles, like his whole face lights up. His eyes dance and sparkle. Casting for Y&R, holy moly, congrats on that find. Like I haven't looked him up to see what he's done, but he is so organic and natural and relaxed. And, whenever a new character or a new actor comes on, you can tell if they're having a smoother time with working in daytime because it's a different beast.
Oh no,
it's a beast. Mm-hmm. But for him, it's like it just seems so natural and normal, and like he's been doing it forever. Love him.
I'm gonna make a little side note, folks, because there was
that's a side note.
Me and there's some chat. Drink your tea, girl. there's some chatter about his hair. And I posted on Twitter, people need to stop talking. These were non-Black people talking about his fro. Saying he's to cut his hair. It's too
Oh,
much.
my living word.
And I'm like, there are folks with curly hair. And I thought, get off his hair. And the kids say, actually, I have grandkids around his age. They're doing they're doing this hairstyle, like they're doing all kinds of hairstyles again. It's hair. I understand you may not like the hairstyle, but it's like there were some folks that were saying some offensive things about it. I'm like, I'm gonna calm that down. It's a kid. And I was like, I just enjoy the actor. It's like just so I just want to make a little comment because I'm all about hair and stuff too. I love hair and everything. And I know there's other issues about it, but I feel this character, he looks like he could be Neil's son, the late Christoph St. John. That's just how I feel. And I thought it was great casting in that. I'm going to watch him. Secondly, seeing him with Nate and with Devon, having them to come together, kind of funny, to put aside their differences because this is their common person.
Yeah.
They love it. That was very family-like. That's very realistic.
The cafe scene where Moses says, "No, look, I can get a ride. You don't have to take me to the hospital. Like I can get my own ride. You guys." He just seems so mature for his age, and like he can pick up on what's going on, right, between Devon and like, dude,
which
you guys.
These kids can nowadays. It's like no, they're not dumb.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not
these
dumb.
guys need to figure it out. So
kids pick up stuff. And I had a discussion with my sister yesterday. Kids pick up stuff from a small age. You have to be careful what you say and do around them. And they also pick up energy. And I think with COVID recently, we just had to talk before camera where we came on. There's a lot of energy that's been going on for us adults trying to navigate our way through this. The kids are feeling it.
It's so hard.
Cognizant of what your energy is. We just have to I know it's hard. We're humans, but it's hard. But I love that. Yeah, he picks up on stuff. And I always thought these soap kids, even though he's not kid, but soap kids, they all pipe. I mean, Faith did too. They all pick up on stuff. None of them are that dumb. They see what their parents are doing. We see what they're doing. They see what's going on with their parents.
There's drama all the time.
10 marriages, and this is my new stepdaddy. I mean, I got a sister now. I mean, like they know all this stuff. So I always laugh. I'm always glad that the soaps kind of acknowledge that on some level. But I thought Nate and Devon are family. It's a very realistic thing. They're always gonna be family, no matter what's going on. You still got a little of that Elena still in there looking at Nate, kind of, and then she's still. I mean, it's like,
yeah, she, Devon's all looking at her.
I know.
When she was overseeing the pregnancy test.
Yes.
I was like, Devon, just stop.
I know.
Stop looking at her like that.
I know.
But circling back to the tween thing, yes. Like I love the possibilities of Moses and Faith.
Me too.
I love that. So.
And the Newmans and the Winters family are close. So I thought, what a great way to kind of bring them together in a certain way. And he cute these two kids, and he said he was bullied too. His past, we don't know his past. We're going to find out more about that.
Yeah.
But he was bullied too, so he can relate to her. And I thought that's kind of sweet, and that'll help her come out of what's going on with her, I think.
The whole bully issue, I mean, we've all been bullied. It's part of being a kid.
Right.
Right. It's nothing new. But because of social media, it can take on a life force of its own that for us as kids, we didn't have to deal with that part of it. We could keep it, it was under wraps for the most part. But yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have all that. We know all these extras, and their expectations are different than ours. Yeah, I joked the other day talking to some younger people in their 30s. As I say younger, I call them kids in their 30s. Talking about, I used to play in trees. I used to play outside all day long. We didn't have the trappings you have. I mean, we didn't have home video games. I mean, you had to have money to have an Atari 660 whatever, or a Commodore 64. I mean, you had to have some money to get those things. And not everybody had VCRs. Not everybody had cable.
Or you read. Like I read a lot.
I read a lot.
My worlds were the worlds of books and stories. That's where I disappeared into. So yeah.
That would be too. I was saying thing. And yes, the show needs which all shows, Sherry said they need a teen scene. They always need multi-generational stories.
Yeah.
I say this on every show that we've done. Tami and I've done, when she's done Edition Days, and we say it every time, all the time, just like, keep giving us the veterans, the newbies, everybody in between. Just give us some well-rounded stories so everybody of every age can kind of relate, or age group can kind of relate. But also for us, I don't mind seeing a good teen story or a good mature story. I have no problem seeing that.
And that's how soap operas stay alive. You can't have just one generation, because eventually they leave.
Right.
You know, so.
Right. Something. I mean, you got to do something. So I feel like that. I think I agree with you on that one. I want to go into the Sergey storyline because that is the one of the controversy that's happening. They're positive.
Yes, they are.
But Devon, I said this last week or 2 weeks or whatever we were on. I said he was looking over like, it's kind of weird, Amanda, that there's this. I'm like, see, they're starting already. And I feel like they're planting seeds already. And it might not even be Mariah. It might be Devon.
So it might be him. You think he's going to get all possessive?
I don't know. It's kind of weird. There's no father in the picture. There's no, at least with Mariah, there's a bunch of women on that side. On the other side, it's just him. I don't know, Kathy. I don't know.
I'm going to assume that in the legal work, the paperwork,
yes,
it's stated that Devon has no rights.
Okay.
You know, Mariah has no rights. These are their roles. End of story. So in the big picture, that's the case, right? They don't have any grounds legally.
It's our baby. We're pregnant. I wish Chance was here.
That's the language people use. That kind of makes me crazy when a couple goes, "We're pregnant." No, she's pregnant.
No, I'm pregnant. You know, but I'm pregnant.
You're participating in the pregnancy, significant other or spouse or whatever. But who's pregnant? The person carrying the child is pregnant. Anyway, I just don't see Devon or Mariah as being like psycho tendencies. What? You think so?
I hope not. Tami, you and I have watched soaps longer than we probably care to admit. And I'm just like, I see how soaps sometimes they surprise us. I'll tell you, both people surprise me right now. There's a lot of surprising me. We'll talk about that on that show at 12. There's a lot that surprised me on that show.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can surprise you. But a lot of times they seem to fall back in the same tropes that have been around for decades. And I hope they don't. I hope they don't go there. And I hope that it's just strictly she's the conduit to have the baby for Chance and Abby. Maybe some cutesy role, like you could be godfather or Uncle Devon. I mean, like, I have a feeling they won't cut him out completely. He's friends with that. They're friends.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that'll go that smoothly.
Well,
but
it can't.
They can't.
It can't. Nothing goes smoothly for very long. I hope they don't do a miscarriage type of scenario, because that's a soap opera trope as well. Yes. I hope they do not do that. If it's not Devon and Mariah getting all psycho, this is my baby. If it's not a miscarriage type of thing, then
tell you where can it go? It's just weird because there's no chance.
Well, that's the thing. Maybe they'll cast somebody. They'll cast a Chance. Chance will come back and get all, I don't want Devon. Did he have issues with Devon?
I don't think so. They're kind of cousins. They're related on some level. I mean, they're all related through Catherine, so to speak. Well, Philip, whatever. They're all related. But it's a weird. That's the point. And they can write however they want to. They can make them have problems. Like, who knows? I mean,
that's true.
I mean, they can do that, but I'm just kind of like, I'm trying to figure. They're all speaking to me. Legally, I think you're right. I mean, they probably set up. I'm thinking, screw legally. They don't talk about that stuff. I mean, they're all friends, so to speak. They're all mixed together. The language that Abby and them keep using is like weirdness together, we all the way home, and then you're like, so it's like, okay, that's a little dangerous. Also, like, where is the boundary? Kind of.
Where are the boundaries? Absolutely.
but there's no chance. I feel like Amanda. There's no chance. Like where this? Why this storyline is so weird to me. It's like you're doing this all without the father, and we have no idea if he's coming. And as an audience, you have no idea if he's coming back. There's nothing. I mean, we just don't know anything. And fans are pissed. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm seeing so much fandom hating this whole storyline. You know, and Taraya's, you know, the fans, of course, are going crazy, of course. I mean, I need that part. But I'm just saying, for the other people, they're going, well, Devon was talking to Amanda, like, well, you know, it just seems so kind of weird having this thing out there. I'm like, why would you say that? But they're not going to do anything about it. You rarely drop things like that. Rarely. Because it rises.
It's so close to home, you know, especially for the guy. You know, donors 9 times out of 10 are anonymous. Like, you don't know who the person is. So it's not close to home. If do you think there might be a romantic scenario then between Devon and Abby?
See, now I wouldn't mind that. I think they're trying to slowly bring Devon and Amanda back together on some level. I have a feeling that they're trying that. Fans out there, tell me if you feel that or not. They keep playing around with Elena and him. But I feel like Amanda's still their friendship's getting closer and closer, and
and this is only going to bond them even more.
Right. And now what she's going through with her new grandfather and the whole thing with that, and she's confiding in him. I mean, they're talking to they have a friendship right now. And I feel like that's going to develop. I mean, there are some friendships. There's some male-female friendships in there, but I feel like because she was Hillary, I mean, there's something. But now if Devon and Abby got together, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
So that would be good conflict.
Yeah, that would be.
Especially if Chance comes back.
Why is there no other character against the surrogacy? We need drama about. I think folks are not really. I mean, they're all nice people. I think in this grouping, there's no real bad guy or person. That's probably why nobody's like, okay. I mean, it's just nothing going on. But I just feel like this is a soap opera. There has to be some drama, obviously. But I'm listening carefully to the dialogue because I'm just seeing things and going poof, poof. There's dropping stuff, and it may get dropped and go away for a while. But I'm like, and if later you can go, well, he did say 3 months ago, it felt kind of weird. He has his baby out there. It's not his. And then you're right. Then the legal stuff comes in, and that's the drama. There's no chance. He has no father. He should have a father. You know, blah blah. You know. So I think there's. But a lot of fans seem not to be happy with the storyline. So I don't know. I mean, it's getting people talking. I thought myself, how I feel about it, I'm still on the fence.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
I love that moment between Mariah and Tess when Tess said, I've never been more in love with you than I am at this moment. After, you know, Mariah said that she was pregnant. I thought
that was beautiful. That was very cute.
Yes.
It was.
So I don't see this as coming between them.
Oh no, them. Yeah, I don't see it. Yeah, for them, no.
Right, because just it's just such a supportive scenario. So
I thought it might at first, and then I'm like, no. But so now when he's the Devon stuff talking, I go, maybe it's gonna be him, which would be a little twist, maybe some of a twist. And it may not be a psycho thing. It may be a from the heart thing. He just feels. Because he comes from foster care, didn't know who his parents. I mean, all this. I mean, who knows? He has a rich history in terms of that stuff. And Neil adopting the whole thing. It's a whole big thing there that could be mined from that also if they decide to go that direction.
That's the whole thing.
It is. As I say, I'm just saying. I mean, just time stamping now. James Jr. said this.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Maybe Tami is going to be. Maybe nothing will happen. But I just don't trust soaps. They fall in the same stuff usually most of the time. They just they go back to the next thing. So I don't know.
And I wonder, when you do this in real life, I guess, I mean, do you at some point tell your child, like in this scenario, you know, Devon is your biological father?
I have a friend, I won't give names out because I don't want to give their business out to anybody, but I have a friend who was dying and her husband had a surrogate, but it's not her egg. And so they're having a child, and then she died. before she even met her child. Then the child was
Mm.
born. And so I always wonder what it's gonna be like for the child, because it's like that. Well, that was your mother, I guess, but not really not any way. Not way. I mean, she was your mother when they were. I mean, it's a weird thing for me. 10 years ago, I was asked to father a child for my friend, and I said no because she wanted to raise the child in Europe, and I live here in America, and I knew for myself I would want to be involved in my children's lives. I didn't want to just give away and say, here you go. And she had no problem me being involved, but it just there was no way we could work it out where I'd be on a regular basis. I mean, I was not moving to Europe. I was not, I was doing that. So I said no. She ended up having a child, beautiful son, later. I could have a little 10-year-old running around, which I'm kind of glad I don't now. I'm too old. There's a lot of, I mean, I did a lot of soul. So there's a lot of, she would be a great mother. I always think like this. So there's a lot of things coming around this. A lot of issues around it. And I know some of those issues. You have to really be secure as a person, really know who you are and what you want and what you can handle before you enter these kind of agreements. You have to, I personally know that. You have to do that. Yeah.
And I think of the three of them, Mariah, Devon, and Abby, I think Devon's the one that knows himself the least.
Yeah.
And I think this journey is going to bring up, to your point, a lot of his issues. So yeah, that's interesting.
So just timestamp it, folks. I said it. Thank you all. So I want to lead into just briefly a little bit. I have been enjoying Amanda's journey with her new family. I have enjoyed that. Again, our beautiful woman. I've got her name already. We had last time. But I'm trying to get her on the show. I'm gonna try to get her on the show. I'm gonna tell Matt King, I want that chick on this show.
She is so fabulous. Like I can't
stare at her.
Yeah.
She's so beautiful. Great actress. I mean, great actress also. But I'm like whenever
just the way she carries herself and her presence, and she's just whew.
I enjoy
I love the grandfather dude, the grandfather guy. I just wanted to kick him in the arse, man. Kick him hard. He was so pompous and self-serving and like what's that word? Like he knew what she was going to say and what she was going to decide. Yes. Even before she knew what she was going to do. And yes. that would piss me off. Someone assuming they know what decision I'm going to make.
Yes.
Before I even decided what I'm going to do. So, yeah. What did you think?
I actually agree with that. I mean, I loved it. I thought this is very, at first it was kind of like, she bring all these characters on, who cares? But they're all very interesting. I have to say, from the sister Imani to me, they're all very interesting characters. Like, this could be a great, interesting family to bring on. And they've alluded to the political studies. So there's some stuff going on.
It could be a beautiful dynasty type of familial drama that I would love.
Oh, I would love that too. I'd love that. And then if you add Devon to the mix or any other guy, it would just be, I'll just come back like Monty coming to good. It'd just be a great clashing. And the guy, the dude, he's a dude. The guy, I don't know his name either, but he was great. He was great. He was good. And he looked good, no black don't crack. Look good. This everybody looked good. I'm like, that's a grandfather. Like, what? But it's just kind of funny that he came on arrogant and just ready to come in and bust in. And she was like, okay. I mean, it's just kind of like it's a really good character. I'm actually interested in the storyline. I'm very interested to see where this goes.
And it was really, it touched on a theme that I think so many people can identify with. And that's the idea of belonging. And how powerful that is if you don't feel like you belong anywhere. And what you'll do, to what extent, what will you do in order to get that feeling of belonging? This could be a huge mistake for her.
Oh yeah.
She doesn't know this family. I mean, she does, but up to this point, it hasn't been a super positive experience. But she's willing to do whatever she needs to do in order to fit in and have that feeling of belonging. So I really hope it doesn't come back to bite her in the butt.
I know. We'll see.
I think, do you think anyone's really coming from a genuine place? Like grandfather?
No. Mom might be.
Do you think someone else has Amanda's best interest at heart?
I think I think Nia is starting to feel some feelings towards Amanda. So I think at first, no. I think it was said a couple weeks ago in the whole thing. I think no at first, but I think it's going to be maybe a conflict for her. So start to feel a little something because of course she felt nothing for him. There was nothing there.
No.
And Amani won't care. I mean, that's what she's not going to be much. But I think Nia maybe she might be the one who's going to be kind of like, okay, maybe this is too much, or maybe. But I think they're all self-serving. Everybody's trying to look out for themselves, and a man's getting caught in the web. He's getting caught in the web, like you said. Something's going to go down. It's not going to go down smoothly. It's not going to be smooth. It's not. It's not. It's not going to be smooth at all. But she has Devon to talk to you.
Yes, she does.
I want to go to from there. Sally came clean.
Wow. What did you think about that?
Very interesting dialogue, number one. Because we watched Bold and Beautiful. So when she's talking, we're like, oh yeah. You know. It was Jack's reactions that was the most interesting to me. Because I'm thinking, if I was this musician and I'm hearing this stuff, it sounds crazy. And when he said, you faked you or died, like that was like that. Of everything he said, she was like, that's what caught him. And she's trying to explain herself.
And he understood when she was talking about, I did what I did. And he finished her sentence because of your abandonment issues.
Yep.
So he was able to intellectualize it and see that point of view. But from the heart-centric point of view, it's like, oh my God, red flags.
No, seriously, that's why I said that was such an interesting thing for me. That because Jack's been around for a long time. He's not a saint. He's been around for a long time. He's dated many women, flawed women. And he genuinely likes Sally. He genuinely likes her. They really have had made a friendship. First there was a big thing. And he hadn't been in love in a long time. So I felt all of that as he's reacting to her, just tell him all this stuff, and how the Theo thing fell into her. She didn't look for it; it fell into her lap. Yes, she should have said something sooner. But it was like she didn't ask for the information. But it kind of came by Kyle. It kind of happened, and you could tell he did understand on some level. That's what I'm saying. It was so interesting. It was like, when he said we need to slow down a bit in the love part or whatever. But he was like, I'm glad you still told. Like he was there. He's not done with her, not by any means. So that's what I thought. It wasn't like, get out, bitch. We're done. You lie. You're a liar. It was more like you said. He was kind of taking it in and going, well, that happened. I understand. And I was like, that's what made me so like, wow, what an interesting. And Peter Bergen, of course, just I don't know, just doing anything makes me great. I know some folks in the chat room siding with Sally over Kyle and stuff is a little weird. I don't think he's siding with anyone. I don't think Lauren is siding with anyone right now. I think they're both upset with both parties. Yes.
They're both disappointed. They're both shocked. And Lauren doesn't even know the whole story.
No.
Like Sally never came clean with her.
No.
She evaded all sorts of she danced all over.
I'm tired of this shit. Basically, she's like, no one. This cat fight. Lauren wants to run her business. Lauren was a big boss. She was. Boss.
I love that scene when she sat them down and she's like, "All right, girls, here's the deal. Let's just be clear about who's running this show."
Okay. Where's my bell?
But before we get to Lauren, because we do need to talk about that some more.
Yeah.
When Jack said to Sally, okay, you need to come clean. What's the deal? I thought to myself, how honest is Sally really going to be with Jack? And Courtney, man, she was so good. Like you could see her just like, I don't want to tell him, but
I know.
But I need to be honest with him. Like she just has this compulsion to be honest with Jack, which I just love so much. And so when she starts out with Theo,
I know.
It's like, it's all his fault.
Right, exactly.
He's the one that came to me with his information. And, and Jack was like, what? I was shocked that she was completely honest with him. I was happy about it. And I think in the long run, that will carry weight with Jack.
I agree with you completely. You said it perfectly. I agree with you that. I thought it was great, and I thought Courtney Hope is again such an underrated actress. I mean, I said it on Bold and Beautiful. I'll say it on YNR. I think she's such a good actress in this role. She's good. I'm a huge fan, just huge fan.
Yeah.
Good. But yes, Lauren, talking about Tracy Bregman, I think she celebrated a milestone too on the show this week.
Yep.
Another one, underrated. I mean, back in the day, she was front burner all the time. I mean, her Sheila and all that. So she know about.
She was one of the reasons I watched YNR back in the day.
Me too. And our friend Brandon Larkins has a big crush on Tracy Bregman. He said all the time, a big crush on her. She was hotsy totsy. She is hotsy totsy.
Yeah.
But I want to tell you, seeing her pull down, I am in charge of this bitch, and you guys are interfering with what's going on. Like, it was like all of her experience of her life came to the forefront. I'm going to school you two little girls, like literally little girls, basically. It's like, hello, you can't know catfighting. And I thought, good. Let's show Lauren we show the other people in their kind of management position. Let's show her as a CEO of a company.
And the moment that shed the light on how is Lauren going to go forward with Sally and Summer was when Phyllis stormed in, right, and confronted Lauren with being all up in her daughter's face. And Phyllis said to her, "Excuse me, do you remember what you were like at their age?" And Lauren was all, "Listen, you do not need to remind me of what I was like at their age." So I think Lauren, and she said this to the girls, like, I wanted to mentor you, which means I want you to avoid the mistakes that I made in the past. Learn from my mistakes, learn from my experience. And so I think, she didn't fire them. She didn't let them go because she gets it. She gets it.
Yeah, she gets it. And having Phyllis part of this bleeds into the Ashton, Kyle, all that stuff. Having Phyllis is kind of always, it's so funny watching Phyllis and Summer fight, which is hilarious. But I love seeing Phyllis and Sally because there's a little bit of Phyllis in both of them, basically. I mean, basically what we're seeing. I mean, she obviously gave birth to one, but there's Phyllis and Sally, and there's something, or Sally, Phyllis and Sally. So it's kind of funny that Summer would get upset at Phil. I mean, it all makes sense to me. Everything makes sense. But it's just funny. And Michelle Stafford and Hunter King, they're all so good.
They're all so good. And this is Phyllis's fault.
It is.
As much as she wants to stay in denial, it's Phyllis's fault.
That's what Summer said. Hello?
Yeah.
You say, Mom, it's all your fault.
Yeah. She's like, Mom, I don't want to talk to you right now.
I know. And Michelle Stafford is such good. I mean, that's my buddy, but she does such a good job in that role. And she just knows how to do those facial expressions. Oh, and everybody. I showed Tami, folks. Our girl in the back. We always mention her every episode. Our girl in the background. So apparently that must be her uniform. You said it, Tami, weeks ago. I'm like, it's her uniform.
It has to be. It has. Yeah, obviously it is.
Yes, obviously it is. And we want her to have lines too. Tami said it a couple weeks ago. We want her to have lines or something too. We love the girl in the background. So I'm giving shouts to the girl in the background. Leave her alone.
Yes.
Her. But yes, we want her to have lines too. She's great in that dress. But I just love that. I was happy to see Phyllis at the hotel. I know. That hotel for like months. You're right about that. So it's good to see her outside.
and to George's point where he says, love Phyllis and Sally scenes. I mean, I love that moment. I don't know if it was this week or last week when Phyllis said to Summer, I know girls like Sally. Because to your point, James, she sees herself in Sally.
She does.
So it seems to be a common theme this week in the soaps about what a parent will do in order to protect their child.
Oh, yes.
Right?
On all the soaps.
So Phyllis doing what she did, coming from that mama bear place, it just was all sorts of wrong.
Okay, I got to say this just really quick thing, because I forgot to say at the beginning of the show, Tami is right. Every show this week had a parent-child thing go on. And so we're doing Forever Today. After shows after this at 11. Me and Tami are back for a bowl. We have so much to talk about. At noon, we have something laughing. We have so much to talk about. at noon. And go over to Edition Days at 3. They got a lot to talk about there too this week on Edition Days channel for days. And at 4 p.m., Kathleen Gaddy is on our show.
Oh my God.
We got a lot to talk about there. We got again on GH Report at 4 o'clock. So we got a whole day of soaps for you. But literally, it's been about parents, how far they will go for their adult children. Yeah. Adult children. So yeah, Phyllis needs her own storyline. I agree. Right now, she doesn't have one. There's always that rotation, and right now it's about the younger girls, I guess, and what they're doing. But yeah, it was Phyllis's fault. It was fault.
Let's squeeze in Ashton and friggin' Kyle and
the cat and mouse scare. That cancel deal with Jabot and
that phone call.
Going on here.
That phone call that Ashton.
Yes.
Get me everything you know about Jabot. I want their weaknesses.
Woo!
I was like,
okay. He's so good anyway. I love him. He's a great leading man.
He's so good.
So good. He's so good.
He's so scaly.
Kyle's shaking in his boots.
He should be.
He is shaking in his boots. Him and someone kind of talking on the corners. So it's. I'm scared of him too.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And Jack is all to Kyle. Like, you need to let me take care of this.
Right.
I know people. I know Ashton. I know what he is. Like, you need to let me take care of this.
Right.
Well, you don't trust me? I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Like, he's been around a long time. He's been up against the mustache all these years. He knows what's going on. Let him come in. Which that would be very interesting to see these two Titan men of a certain age, just with all their experience.
Love it.
I would love that.
Love that.
Because on a side note, we have a lopsided. We have this whole Victor Billy thing going on.
Ooh, and when Victor just laid down the gauntlet and said, "I'm destroying you. Fasten your seatbelts, buddy. You are about to be destroyed." I was like, "Oh my God, I feel sick."
I feel sick. Your brother Jack and find out, how I do. I mean, Victor's scary too. I wouldn't mess with Victor.
My God.
With anybody. But Billy should be shaking his, but Billy's too arrogant to shaking his boots. He's not like Kyle. He's just like, I'm going to do this. And everybody's trying to warn him. No, you're just letting it. Nope, he's not. Nope, Billy's going to go full steam ahead.
Yeah.
And that's the happening. But yes, back with the Kyle thing. Yeah, Jack wants to come in. Ashley came to play.
Totally.
Oh no, he's
going to win. He wants to win.
Woo!
Winning.
Yeah, he does. I don't. See, again, I love when Y&R does the mixture of boardroom. I call it boardroom bedroom, but I mean, it's like the off work and work. I love they know how to do it. They know this is one of the few shows that just knows how to do it, and they consistently do it. It's great seeing all the boardroom drama, so to speak, with Lauren and it's a great little. Everybody's just running around with their heads cut off. I love it. I mean, I think it's such a, and with Chance Com and with Jabot, I love them. I love this kind of. This is how Y&R is. It's how it is. It's all about the different.
And can I just really quickly, because I know you have to go. I loved how Lily handled the Billy situation.
Yes.
When Billy decided, to step back and not work with Victoria because he wants to preserve his relationship with Lily.
Yes.
First of all, I love the conversation between Billy and Jack. That was awesome. Jack was like, I think you know what you need to do. I don't even know if this was this week or last week, but
it was last week.
And so good for you, Lily, for using your whole thing to make it clear that, you know what? Guess what? A couple can disagree and argue. And at the end of the day, find each other and support each other and love each other.
Which is realistic. No, you don't always agree on everything.
Because he was expecting to be, a fight. Right. If he was with Victoria, this would have been a knockout, drag out fight. I just love that.
The game of chicken, yes.
Yes.
That's what it is. I really enjoy it, but I just love seeing another mature man who's hot. Richard Berg is hot.
Love it.
Do some more stuff around there. He's not related to anybody. I mean, I kind of like that. It just adds something else because how many times you can see the Abbotts against I like seeing someone come in and stir the pot, which he stirred the pot with everybody. And I thought, what a great character they brought in. I mean, I really didn't expect that. I mean, I didn't expect to be when he's on screen. I'm just watching. I'm like, what's next? What's next?
Yeah.
Next? He really is. It really is. This whole kid and Tara and all that. It's gonna be very interesting to see how this all plays out.
And can you believe when Kyle said to Jack, well, the only person who knows if Ashlyn knows something is, and Jack's all, do not contact Tara. Do not even think about it. Do not call her. And Kyle's,
Right.
So.
Youth, Tami, youth.
Youth. The youths.
The youths. And that's where we'll end the show tonight, tomorrow. Whatever.
Youth is wasted on the young.
On the young, it is. To be young again. No thanks.
And restless.
But I'm James Lott Jr. You follow me, we're all James Lott Jr. Sorry, James Lott Jr. Tami.Govea, where can they find you?
Insta, Tami.Govea, and on Twitter at Tami Govea, also on Facebook, Tami Govea. Follow, like, comment, engage.
Yes, yes. And so next week we will not be on. I told you this is a weird month. I'm getting my second shots next weekend. So, and I heard it could be a little more. I'm getting the Moderna. So I'm taking the weekend off to find out what happens. To me, chances are nothing will happen. My last one was fine. Last one I got the extreme fatigue. My mother's got her second shot. She's having the extreme fatigue. Yeah. So if I get that, that's fine. I'll sleep my way through. But we'll be back the following week, and I may have a guest for us. So the 25th. Whatever that next weekend after that is. Make sure you're following us at Young and Restless Mini Spotlights on Instagram, and JLG Media's Young and Restless Universe on Facebook. Follow us there, and you'll know what's going on. But we love you guys, and Amanda will be back too. So
yes.
Listen to her.